Welcome to Rom Wills Money Matters. Using cashback credit cards. Now, I'm going to tell you what. Rom is still learning himself when it comes to making money and stuff, because I'm not a millionaire. I'm a 100,000-aire, but not a millionaire, right? That means I still got some stuff to learn. And that's one thing in general. If for everything I tell you, don't just listen to Rom. If you find somebody who knows something, listen to their information too. All right. Let me shout out K Business Podcast. I'm going to put a link for him in the description box. All right. That dude he's way more successful than Rom. And you know what? He got way more to teach. So definitely check him out. So, but my point is, I'm still learning too, and trust me, I will do like rich people do. I'll pay a few $100 to sit in a money making webinar or seminar. I prefer a seminar with somebody who's actually making money and not on some bullshit. I will pay and stuff because I was like, I'm still learning. Now, one of the things I learned was about using cashback credit cards, which ironically I had been doing anyway, but I hadn't thought about it. Because it was one credit card I was using, and it always had cash back, and I was actually using the cash back from it. And I didn't think about it at first. I really didn't. You know, I paid on time and everything. And this is it's less than a year ago. I heard there was a woman saying, hey, don't use debit cards. So I checked out the video, and I should have saved it. But she just explained you don't get any money back from it. Yeah, you get the money out. That's cool. If you have to, ain't no problem. But you don't get anything from it. She said use cashback credit cards and then do what I would do anyway. Once it posts, and sometimes it posts right away, spend some money, pay it right away. Because I got one that'll post like the next day. And then other ones, they'll post the next few days. And I said, let me do that. And I started doing that. And then I was like, wait a minute, I got all this cash back on my other cards. And I don't touch it or anything, but it's there. Because on the one card I was using, I would say conservative estimate about $500 on different things, especially related to business. I might get some on Amazon and say, hey, you want to use this money? I'd be like, yeah, sure. And stuff. And I'm getting stuff basically, in a way, it's free. In a way. Because it's the cash back money. This money they giving me for spending a certain amount. And that's cool. Now, it's not a lot. You know, don't think you're going to become a millionaire or anything. At least I don't think so. But indeed, a lot of credit card companies are offering that incentive. Now, I would just get basic stuff with it, like groceries. Like now, I used to always use it to get groceries and stuff. Now I don't. I'll use a credit card to get it. Get that little bit of cash back and then just pay it real quick. And, most of my credit cards, I got one that stays at zero interest and one is going to increase. But even then, pay them quickly. Like that's one thing with credit cards that has some type of, interest on it. Pay that as soon as it posts. That's the thing. They can't charge you. They can't put interest on something that it's not there. They can't just put a zero in. If you got zero balance, they can't just charge you. At least most of them can't. Well, we won't count the credit cards that charge our annual fee, but a lot of them don't. But my point is this. One, you're getting a good credit. It's helping your credit. Two, you're getting a little bit of money. It could be a few pennies, but pennies add up. Like it was said that it's been said that the average American can't spend $400 for an emergency. Don't have it. That cash back actually builds up your savings. Just don't touch it. Just don't touch it right away if you don't need to. Because I have a couple cards, actually a fourth card that has cash back. I just don't look at it. And every now and then I'll look at it and say, oh, got that much? Okay. It can stay there. I don't need it. But if I ever need it, boom, that's there. Also, too, you can use that as an emergency payment. If say something happens and you got significant cash back, a few $100, while you getting back on your feet or something, you can just say, okay, let me pay it with this. It's so many things. It's a perfect savings. It's a perfect savings, and actually it's better than a savings in a way. In a way. The reason why I say it's better in a way, because let's just be real. Savings, you ain't gonna make money that way. Savings is just savings. You get that little bit of money they give you on saving interest ain't even worth it. Don't think it. Your savings is really for emergency and to use to invest in stuff that will make you some money. But the cash back thing, you're always getting it. You getting something for it and everything. You getting something for it. Whereas the debit, you ain't spending any money, but you ain't getting anything for it, really. Just take the money. And in general, when I would spend on something, I would never buy anything I didn't have the cash for in my regular account. If I didn't have, that's one of the things I practiced over the past few years. If that money wasn't already in my account, I don't care what it is, I wouldn't buy it. I don't care what it is. I don't care. Big, small, the money had to be sitting in my account before I look at it. If the money was, even if I knew the money was coming, I'd wait until the money is sitting there. Because just in general, my philosophy is, if that money is sitting there, you can pay it. That's my philosophy. If that money ain't sitting there, I ain't paying for anything. Because quite frankly, you never know what'll happen, but it's also a discipline thing. You don't want to get to the point you're living off of money that's not under your control. You really don't want to do that, And when I say living, I don't mean in terms of your rent or mortgage or whatnot, but I'm saying buying extra stuff. So you really want, but the thing is, getting back to the using cashback credit cards, it's building up. It's like an unofficial savings account in a way. Like I said, I've used one card. I'll use the cashback regularly to get some business stuff, which means I'll probably write it off at some point. But the other ones, it's just building, and I'm like, wow. If there's a $400 emergency, I can go right to that if I need to go to it. If there's something happens. It's like, okay, I can keep that paid for maybe a month or two. The thing is building, is putting money in your pocket. And indeed, some of those cashback credit cards, they got special deals if you buy them from certain places where you can get a little bit more back. And it's slick in a way. It's slick on their part. It really is. But if you use it to build yours up, it's like boom. So I want y'all to think about that. Now, like I said, it's easier if you don't want to be bothered with anything, use the debit. But think about it. You always want to think, how can I make more money? How can I make more money? Trust me, I'm always looking too. In fact, like on IG, they starting to offer subscriptions. I'm waiting to get it. I'm waiting. Trust me, I already got what I'll talk about and everything. But anyway, that's another conversation. But anyway. Y'all know the deal. Let's go make that money.